hopefully that will continue. If you're an Edon fan, hopefully that will continue, because when these kids play solid fundamental basketball, they can beat just about anybody. We'll have to wait and see which team shows up tonight, and we've used that, and we've used that, and we've used that. If they play well tonight and tomorrow night fundamentally, then I'm going to shut up about it.
Rent-A-Center pregame show here this evening. When we come back, we will hear from the coaches, Chad Bassett of Edon, James Zackridge of North Central, following these messages. Right now is the perfect opportunity to visit the Williams County YMCA in Bryan. The YMCA, formerly the YWCA, has different activities scheduled for every day this week. Kids Day, Senior Day, aerobics classes, swimming, and a drawing for free prizes every day, and much, much more. Introduce or reintroduce yourself to the Williams County YMCA on Faber Drive in Bryan all this week.
People who want to lose weight ask us, why wait till bedtime to take Calorad? Two answers. First, Calorad contains an amino acid called tryptophan. You ever eat turkey and then feel sleepy? Even if you ate light, it's because turkey is loaded with tryptophan. In Calorad, the tryptophan helps you sleep deeper and better. In fact, many Calorad users report they now sleep less but feel more rested. But there's another reason we take Calorad at bedtime. Calorad works during your deep sleep cycle, interacting naturally with your body chemistry to create lean muscle. And since the more muscle you have, the more calories you can burn, well, people who take Calorad at bedtime get max results quicker than those who don't. What do you have to lose? Calorad. Calorad, 1/2 ounce with water at bedtime. Calorad. It works. Call 888-324-9570 toll-free. First-time buyers get free instruction packet. 888-324-9570. Calorad works.
Welcome back to the Rent-A-Center pregame show. Chad Bassett, head coach of the Edon Blue Bombers, joins me now. And Chad, getting ready for a big one here in the BBC. Got some help last weekend. I don't know if it was expected, unexpected, or whatnot, but I know you guys will take it after your very impressive win over Fayette. You know, you find out that North Central gets upset at Hilltop, so sticks you right back into the BBC race now, separated by a game.
Yeah, that's we were looking for somebody to try and help us out a little bit, and it was a little bit of a shocker, but Hilltop's been playing well recently, so it wasn't, but it's one of those things where we get back in the locker room and we turn on you guys right away and let's to the end of it as a team, and I'm glad to see that we got some help.
Chad, mentioning that Fayette game, was that as well as you guys have played all year, at least recently? Is that as well as you have played?
Yeah, we've been talking lately about putting together a complete game. That's something we haven't done so far in the year. And I think that's our most complete game we've played. I'm not sure we played all 4 quarters as well as we should have, but it's more complete than we've been playing.
Getting back into the mix now with North Central, and obviously they came over to your place and got one and played a very good basketball game the first time around. And you had a chance, I know, to see them then on Saturday night against Montpelier. Your thoughts on North Central, where they were at then, where they're at now? Do you see any changes or many changes from the first time around, and why were they so successful?
Well, I think anytime you look at them and see why they're successful, you look at the defensive end. They come out and give you full court pressure for 32 minutes, and they're all over the place defensively. They get in the passing lanes and really make it tough to run any kind of offense against you.
And was that the big thing that they had the most success against you the first time around?
Yeah, we turned the ball over a little bit, and really, even if we didn't turn it over, we didn't get great shots because they were always contested shots. They always had a hand in our face, and just really made it tough. And then we didn't defend them very well last time either.
All right. Other than handling their pressure, what are some other things you talk to the kids about?
Well, I look at rebounding. They're not necessarily, obviously we're bigger than they are, but they go to the boards extremely hard, and it's not going to be a matter of our height. It's going to be a matter of us checking people out on the defensive boards.
I know this is a big game that you talk about, and obviously it's not going to, well, it would tie it would help North Central. If they were able to win, they would clinch at least a share, but I mean, it's a big game. You get a win against North Central, you're deadlocked going into the last couple of weeks. You know, this is one of the goals that every team puts down, and now it's within you guys' reach going into this one.
Exactly. I mean, it gives us something to play for this late in the year, which you can't ask for anything more. We talk to our kids about this game doesn't necessarily win the league for us or give us a share of the title. It gets us in position to try and get a piece of that league title.
All right, Chad, thanks for your time here on the pregame show tonight. Good luck against North Central.
Thanks, Andy.
July 4th, 1984. A man wins for an unprecedented 200th time. Fans everywhere watch. Except me. I had bigger things to take care of that day. installing the Morgan's air conditioner. I'm a Bryant dealer, and that means having the expertise that earns your trust and the commitment that keeps it. Yeah, I missed the Kings' victory, but I was answering a bigger call to duty.
Food.
As North Central and Edon get ready for a big one in the Buckeye Border Conference, and North Central head coach James Ackridge joins us. And Zach, tough weekend, I know, for you and the kids last weekend after the double loss last weekend to, of course, Hilltop in an upset on Friday and then Montpelier on Saturday. And a lot of different factors, but, bottom line, you make runs, you get back in the basketball game, but simply the lack of production at the foul line cost you wins. I know something that, how much you address it, what do you say to the kids? I know it's a point of frustration, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I think it's important that you don't put too much pressure on the kids. We got to remember as coaches that they're 16 and 17 years old, and certainly when they go to the free throw line, they don't mean to miss. And it's been a struggle as of late, and it's cost us a couple close basketball games. I thought we played well enough. We didn't play well, but we played well enough to win 2 games last weekend, and we didn't get the job done from the free throw line. It was a little discouraging. So we talked about it quite a bit in practice, and we put our kids in some pressure situations to make free throws in different types of pressure situations. So hopefully we can get right back where we were earlier in the season when we were shooting pretty decent from the free throw line.
James, you look at this matchup here with Edon, with the loss to Hilltop last week, and then Edon, of course, taking care of their own business. This makes this basketball game, that much bigger now. That cushion is essentially gone now with just the 1-game lead, and coming into this one now where you have a chance to at least wrap up a share of the BBC championship with the win tonight. But it's going to be a tough road against the Blue Bombers because you went over to their place and got the job done there earlier in the season.
Well, it's certainly a big game. Well, unfortunately, we didn't wrap things up like we should have last Friday night, but we can't dwell on the past. We just have to worry about what's in the future. And our guys know the importance of this game. They realize that they have a chance to at least clinch a share this Friday, and we would probably approach it as a must-win situation for Edon. So really both teams in a situation where they can accomplish a lot according to the BBC standings. So it's going to be an extremely big game and an exciting game to watch.
Let's talk a little bit about Edon, Zach. Everybody knows the book on them. I think probably the most talented team of all the, at least the small schools that we see on a regular basis. And you have a chance to handle them over to Edon pretty well the first time around. What do you take out of a game like that, Zach? Where you had success that you can apply to this basketball game?
Well, I think that we need to approach the game in the same way that we approached the first game. I think we're going to have to put a lot of pressure on their guards. We're going to have to get them into a full court situation where we're constantly pressing and putting pressure on them and trying not to let them set up in a half-court offense. I think once Edon gets set up in a half-court offense and get the ball to the post effectively, I don't think there's anybody in the entire area that could stop their post play. And so we're going to try to minimize, again, their touches in the post and maybe try to speed things up a little bit.
Zach, we mentioned already the sense of urgency in the conference, but a big weekend, essentially a big weekend for both you and Edon with the tournament draw on Sunday, and you factor in the closeness of all of the 6 teams that are going to be in Bryan. Who is going to be the seeds might be as important as any other year, getting a seed. So obviously another thing at stake this weekend with your games, starting with the Edon game.
It's certainly a huge game in both aspects of the BBC and the seeds for the tournament. This year we have 6 teams in our sectionals that are very, very balanced. Any one of the 6 or 2 of the 6 teams could come out of there and make it to the district. So I think a seed would be extremely important for us in our program, and I know Edon has the same thing in mind. We just got to make sure that we play our best and let everything else take care of itself.
James, thanks for your time. Good luck against Edon and this weekend.
Okay, thanks a lot, Andy.
You've been listening to the Rena Center pregame show. We'll be back with more following these messages.
The Eagles nest in Pioneers. We close in on the opening tip here this evening. Rick Heisler, kind of a classic contrast in styles and matchups here this evening as North Central and Edon hook up. You look at Edon, you look at the size and strength inside. You look at North Central, you look at the full court pressure defense that they like to play and get after it. North Central able to utilize their talents the first time around.
Oh, yeah, and they might be a little quicker at the guard, but Edon's going with their smaller lineup at guard, so maybe not. But the trapping defense that they've been effective with late in the basketball game, they may have to use the entire game tonight just simply because they're going to have to create some turnovers. They're going to have to make some things happen. I really think to win this basketball game, Edon with their huge size advantage, I think makes them the favorite, and I know North Central won the first one.
All right, for the keys tonight, Heist, let's talk about North Central here at home. Maybe a slight underdog. What do they have to do?
Get Andy Short a lot of good shots. That's a given. The other kids, Martin, Hewlin, Pettit, and I think Kidston's back. That'll help. Must shoot the ball well also. Phil Slagle and Seth Miller are going to be huge tonight inside. They must control the boards with good blockouts. They can't do it standing and jumping. They're going to have to block out. Double down on Vogel and Arkwright when they get the ball in the paint. Make Edon shoot the perimeter. Get some turnovers with that trapping defense and score in transition.
For the Bombers tonight, what do they have to do?
Play a solid fundamental basketball game and make good decisions with the basketball. Attack the post. Take it to the squares. The first game, Edon was content to shoot the perimeter. They're a head taller inside. Take it inside. Control the boards with their size advantage. Go deep into their bench. They are talented at the bench. Avoid North Central's traps by reversing the basketball and getting it to the middle of the floor. And then get deep penetration. Don't back it out. Don't take it back out to half court. They'll come and trap again. Slow down Andy Short.
This has been the Renner Center pregame show. When we come back, we will meet the starting lineups for this Friday for the North Central Eagles. They are going with their 5 seniors in the starting lineup here this evening. Andy Short, a 6-foot senior at one guard. At the other guard, Jason Martin, a 5'11" senior. At a forward will be Seth Miller, a 6'1" senior. At another forward, Greg Hewlin, a 6-foot senior. And starting in the middle will be Phil Slagle, a 6'3" senior. North Central is coached by James Ackridge.
For the 9 and 7 Edon Blue Bombers, they're under the tutelage of Chad Bassett. Jeff Hugg at one guard, 5'9" and a senior. Jared Alamong at the other guard, 5'9" and a senior. The man in the middle, the center, Josh Vogel, 6'4" and a senior. And your forwards are Cody Best, 6'3" and a senior, and Travis Arkwright, 6'4" and a senior. Your officials tonight are Al Reeks, Sacker, and Matt Kearns.
Hopefully we're ready for our timeout now. We'll be back with the opening tip in just a moment.
July 4th.
Tip North Central and Edon in a moment. Here, Ohio, as we get close to the opening tip tonight. By the way, as we mentioned, this has been the Renner Center pregame show, your home furnishing and accessory superstore, where same-day delivery and instant approval with no credit needed is the norm. That's Renner Center, South Main Street in Bryan in the Walmart Shopping Plaza. Your starting lineups were brought to you this evening by the Plaza Motel, south of Bryan on State Route 15. The Plaza Motel. Spend a night, not a fortune, at the Plaza Motel. Edon coming in, couple of players averaging in double figures, led by Josh Vogel at 15 a game. Travis Arkwright, 11.5 points per contest. And then Cody Best just under doubles at 9.5 per game. For North Central, they are led in scoring by Andy Short at 15 a game. Greg Hewlin averaging 10 a game. And Jason Martin just over 9 points per contest. Edon, a basketball team that is able to put points up on the board, 61 a game. North Central scoring just a shade over 53 points per contest. And Heist, just a classic, we've already touched on it a bit, classic confrontation tonight. Who's going to be able to play their game better? You look at North Central and that quickness in the full court, and you look at Edon and the height and the strength inside and able to bang inside. Who's going to get the other team to do what more effectively?
Yeah, and let's understand that Edon's guards aren't slow, but I'm not sure they're as quick as North Central's. I think it advantage Edon if they can take it to the post. If they can maybe set it up and attack the post a lot, Edon wants to do that. I think that North Central wants to make this a full-court basketball game.
Some injury updates. The last time we did Edon was against Edgerton. No Brent Best. He is back in uniform and in the lineup tonight, or will be in the lineup eventually off the bench. Michael Kidston, who has missed the last 3 or 4 basketball games for North Central, also is back. He is dressed tonight, will not start, but will be available and will play tonight.
And we understand that while Michael was down with his injury, that Sam Moore took him aside and taught him a lot about basketball, so you know he's got to be a lot better now.
Well, at the very least, if it was basketball, I'll understand, but it had nothing to do with conditioning.
Nothing to do with conditioning. You know, he's a hockey goalie. You don't have to move at all for that.
We're ready to close in on the tap here this evening. North Central trying to put the Skids on this 2-game losing streak, but disappointing losses really last weekend, because in talking with James Ackridge, they really felt they were better on paper than both those teams, but didn't show that.
Well, Hilltop played well. They missed 20 foul shots. You know, Montpelier plays a lot tougher schedule. Montpelier, a pretty decent basketball team, as Hilltop is very capable, so nothing to be ashamed of, but on paper, probably they were the favorites going into the games.
Well, it'll be Travis Arkwright jumping center for Edon. They are in their traveling blues here this evening. And we anticipate Phil Slagle jumping center for the North Central Eagles in their home whites. North Central again winning on the road at Edon earlier in the season. Very efficiently winning that basketball game. It will be Slagle meeting Arkwright at center circle. Matt Kearns ready to toss it up, and this BBC clash is about ready to get underway here this evening. From Pioneer, Ohio, the opening tip goes to the Bombers right to left, and they immediately hand it off now to Jeff Hugg. Hugg with the basketball, sends it left side. Cody Best squares, fires for 3, in and out, no good. Arkwright the rebound, up and in, and he'll go to the line. Travis Arkwright, strong offensive rebound, grabbed the position immediately on the inside. Nobody bodied him. Basket good. He'll have another one.
Fouls on Greg Hewlin, his first, and remember, which night was it? I think the Montpelier night he fouled out, and it really hurt North Central. They need Greg Hewlin in the basketball game.
Free throw by Arkwright on the way, and no good. Hewlin gets the rebound, securing it for the Eagles. 2-0 Edon. Opening seconds of the basketball game. North Central left to right on your radio. Martin gives off on the right side now to Andy Short. Short, nice move inside the paint. The runner on the way. Off glass, no good. Rebound, juggled and saved by Arkwright as he goes out of bounds. Gives to Vogel, now to Hugg up the right sideline. Hugg on the right point, dribbling over to the left point. Now top of the circle on the dribble. Hands to Cody Best. Best dribble penetration just above the foul line over the right side to Hugg. Hugg, the jump shot on the way. Good. Rattles it in from 17. Jeff Hugg, right elbow extended, and Edon has a 4-0 lead.
Good decision by Hugg. Gave a ball fake, took a couple dribbles, and got a better shot.
Some token pressure from the Bombers as Martin comes across the timeline with it. Top of the key, right side now to Short. A little bit behind him, but able to gather it in. Nice look down low to Hewlin, posting, fading, firing,
well
and
done.
missing. No, he got it to go.
Well done by Hewlin on a little bit of a Michael Jordan fadeaway. Not quite Michael Jordan, but a nice fadeaway by Hewlin.
Had the inside position, and it's 4-2, North Central on the board. Here comes that pressure. Hugg lofting it, dangerous pass intercepted by Hewlin. Double dribble then on Hewlin. And Chad Bassett talking to his kids about lobbing the basketball. You got to get some zip on it in this full court pressure.
Did you ever hear that?
I've heard that a time or two. I'm sure I was doing it, though, fairly effectively, right?
Yeah.
Cody Best over to Jeff Hugg, still in the backcourt, sending it ahead now to Jared Alamong. Alamong, dangerous pass, tipped it, intercepted by Martin. Should be tied, and we are. Jason Martin, I should say, the steal at midcourt, lays it in.
North Central immediately to that trapping defense, and has caused a couple turnovers.
And it's 4-4, and the takeaway from Jeff Hugg as he crosses the timeline, and then the save attempt is thrown out of bounds by the Eagles. Immediately Heiss, 2 minutes in, we see a little more bounce from the get-go and a little more energy from the Eagles.
Yeah, right now they're getting after it.
We saw them kind of slow starting last weekend, but immediately there's a bounce, realizing and recognizing the hugeness of this basketball game on two fronts, BBC and tournament draw ramifications. 3-ball on the way. Cody Best. Nope, too strong. Rebound Hewlin on the inside for North Central. To Martin up the right sideline. Short goes to the basket. Blocking foul. Yes, on Travis Arkwright. It'll put Andy Short on the foul line. Nice aggressive move. Andy Short to the basket.
Going strong to the basket. Edon, on the other hand, has taken 3 perimeter shots, and the only basket, one of the baskets they got was on an offensive rebound.
Andy Short, 15 points, 4 rebounds, 2.5 assists a game. Free throw percentage, like everyone else for North Central here recently, has dipped down to 68%. As a team, the Eagles shooting 55%. You know, you keep harping on it. We hate to keep doing that, but that has been a problem spot. And Andy Short starts the basketball game, missing North Central's first free throw attempt.
And this can become so mental.
James Ackridge said they worked on it this week, put them in a lot of pressure situations to try to simulate game situations. 1 of 2 for Andy Short. North Central reclaims the lead 5-4. Full court pressure now coming from the Eagles. 2-2-1. Up the right side. Hug now lofts it over the left side to Cody Best. Best on the left point with a basketball. Down low, wide open. Drop step, jumping in and scoring is Travis Arkwright.
All night, and that's the first pass that Edon's made to the squares.
4 for Arkwright in the basketball game. Edon has a 6-5 lead. Look out from behind. Alamong on the flick it attempt. Fouls Jason Martin.
Good hustle. Had the right idea, but got some arm as he was trying to flick it away.
And it will be out of bounds. Foul on the floor. North Central has it. 5:35 to play, first quarter. 6-5 North Central trailing Edon. Close to 5. Martin does get it in on the right side to Hewlin on the wing. Hewlin hands it off now to Martin. Martin attacks. Bounce pass down low for Slagle. Had to juggle and grab. Forced it up, no good. Cody Best the rebound. Gives off now to Jeff Hug up the right side. Hug stops on the right elbow extended and waits for him to post down low. Nothing there. Flips it out on top to Alamong. Jared Alamong over to the left point now to Cody Best. Best top of the circle. Jeff Hug, 23-footer for 3 is good, and he's hit a couple from the perimeter now. He has 5. Arkwright and Hug have all the points, and it's 9-5 Edon. 3 minutes into this basketball game. North Central leads Edon by a game in the BBC title chase. Left point, Andy Short traveled with it. Turnover number 2 for the Eagles.
Did a little jitterbug, saw Lane down the left side. Forgot to put it down before he left.
So it'll be Edon basketball right to left on your radio. Jeff Hug in the backcourt with it. 2-2-1 pressure again. Zone press from North Central. Over to the right side. Hug lost the handle, took his eyes off it, now scrambles for it. Jump ball, arrow favors North Central. So the Eagles will have it on that far sideline. Edon 9-7, North Central 8-7. They are among 3 teams with 7 losses. In the Bryan sectional, 2 have 6 losses. Edgerton has 9 going into the weekend. Drive by Martin, by Miller, and he is fouled.
Look at Josh Bogle. Tried to get there to draw the foul, but got there late. Strong move to the basket by Seth Miller.
And Seth Miller will now go to the foul line, where he is the worst of the 5 starters. 10 of 37 on the year, only 27%, and clangs it off the front of the iron there. North Central 1 of 3 at the line out of the gates. Here comes Michael Kidston, his first game action in some time. He will replace Jason Martin in the North Central lineup. One of the first things you keep an eye on, Heiss, is conditioning. And the second free throw off the back of the board and off the iron and no good. And the rebound goes to Edon. They have a 4-point advantage, 9-5. Jeff Hug on the dribble going left. Hug loses his footing, keeps his dribble though on the left wing, hands it off now to Alamong. Alamong, nice take along the baseline, finds Cody Best. Good look to the high post to Arkwright, and he traveled. Went to that spin move and is guilty of the walk, their 4th turnover.
Yeah, went to his ball fake and the spin move, and you have to put it down first. I'm not so sure he shouldn't have just shot it right where he caught it.
Seth Miller out, and Kyle Pettit has come on for the first time here this evening. Pettit in the backcourt. Cody Best waits for him at midcourt. Pettit across the timeline, hands it off now to Andy Short. 9-5 Edon, halfway through quarter number 1. Over to the left side, Short gives off now to Kidston. Kidston to Hewlin, over to the right side on the wing to Kyle Pettit. Pettit, nice look inside Hewlin. Drop step on Vogel, up with a shot, no, but he's fouled on the play.
That's Vogel, that'll be his 2nd.
And here comes Mark Smith off Chad Bassett's bench for the Edon Blue Bombers.
They got Jared Alamong for his 2nd.
Well, I would say for the game tonight, positioning and what Edon wants to have as far as an advantage on the glass, this is to their advantage. You hate to see anybody get into foul trouble like Jared Alamong, but I think with the game plan tonight, better Alamong than Vogel. Wouldn't you agree?
If the game plans to take it to the square, they've taken it to the square once.
Well, it should be to take it to the square, yes. We believe it should be. How about that? Hewlin hit the first but missed the second. It's a 9-6 basketball game. Vogel secures the rebound for the Bombers.
Gives off to Hug, who dribbles it across the timeline over the right side on the elbow. Flip out on top now to Cody Best. Best attacks, kicks, left side. Smith sets, fires, line drive 3. Won't bounce in. A couple of irons, or bounces on the iron, and it won't fall. North Central rebound. Kidston sends it left side. Pettit on the left point with a basketball. 3.5 to play. Pettit now dribble penetration. Jumper no good from the elbow, and then the rebound losing his footing is Vogel. Kicks it out to Arkwright, who goes down. Loose ball picked up by North Central. Andy Short on the top of the key. Oh, nice stutter step move to get to the basket. Up and one. Basket is good, and he'll go to the free throw line. Personal foul going to go on
Mark Smith.
Mark Smith, his first. Some of the Edon faithful not happy with the call, but the field goal good for Andy Short. And a chance for Andy now to tie this basketball game. He eyes and flies and gets it. Rattles it home. 4 straight points by the Eagles, and we're tied at 9. 3:20 to play opening quarter. Jeff Hug in the backcourt sends it over to Mark Smith up the left side to Cody Best. Nice ball movement, middle of the floor to Arkwright. Arkwright low on the left, fades and fires. No good for the baseline. Kidston the rebound for North Central. To Short up the right side for Hewlin. 3-on-2 break. Hewlin avoids contact, missed the shot. Going to the basket off the right side. Vogel the rebound, outlet now to Hug. Hug on the left point. Nice move to get into the paint. Hangs in the air. Shot tipped away by Pettit. Grabbed though by Best. Good feed inside to Vogel. Starts to back in and guilty of the travel. Another Edon turnover. Ryan Whitney about ready to get in for the Blue Bombers now. Let's see if it will be for Vogel or Arkwright here. It's not going to be anybody right now because the ball was inbounded before he got to the table. Kidston, spin move over to the left side of the floor on the left wing now to Andy Short. Short, now snap pass down low, 10-footer no good, too strong from Hewlin. Best picks up the loose ball, outlet now to Jeff Hug. Hug gives off to Cody Best, top of the circle. Snap pass down low, fouled from behind. Hewlin will have the personal. Little slow in getting to the denial position on Travis Arkwright.
Second for Hewlin. Nice pass by Cody Best.
And here comes Jason Martin in for Greg Hewlin. Immediately the substitution. Out of bounds to the Bombers. Smith into Hug. Deep 3 on the way. Nope. Grazed the iron. Rebound Slagle. Outlet pass now to Martin. Jason Martin up the right side. Nice move to get around to the baseline. Head and ball fake. Muscles it up. High off the glass. No. Rattled around and would not fall. Edon grabs the loose ball rebound. It's Cody Best now across the timeline over the right side to Jeff Hug again. Hug sends it cross court to Cody Best. Left point. Snap pass to the foul line to Whitney. Traveled with it. Going to his move. And that is turnover number 6 for the Bombers here in the opening quarter.
Edon trying to do too much, trying to get a little bit too fancy. Catch it and shoot it where you get it.
It's about a turnover a minute now for the Blue Bombers. 6 and 6 minutes of basketball. Hug out, Austin Rummel in. Rummel, a 5'9" senior. Edon, all seniors except for Smith, who's a sophomore, and Prince, who's dressing on the varsity as a junior. Top of the key, there's the pick and roll. Nice look, Short over to Slagle. Head and ball fake, off glass, no good. Battle for the loose ball, rebound, out of bounds, off North Central. Seth Miller back onto the floor in place of Michael Kidston. Andy Briggle, Rick Heisler, late first quarter, 9-9, Edon North Central. Eagles lead the Bombers by a game in the BBC title chase. Rummel, middle of the floor to Vogel. Vogel, pretty bounce pass left side, going to the basket strong as Smith, and he banks it in. Mark Smith with the kiss, and the Bombers have a 2-point lead. 11-9, Edon. Pettit walks it across the timeline, gives off now to Andy Short between the circles, over to the right side to Jason Martin. Martin to Slagle, swings it left side to Pettit, down low, good feet on the low post interchange. Miller fouled on the play, and I think they may have gotten Smith for his second.
It'll be Smith for his second. Swung his arms, had the position. Swung his arms. The refs are going to call that every time.
And Hug will immediately get off Chad Bassett's bench and report in. Nope, not going to get in right now because of the foul situation here. He'll get in after the first free throw. Seth Miller to the free throw line. He has missed 2 already and misses that one. Talked with James Ackridge last night, or Wednesday night, Industrial League, and you said, you would talk to him on emails. Kind of a frustrating thing, but as you mentioned, what do you do? It's mental now. And Miller missed them both. Ryan Whitney grabs the rebound for the Bombers and now gets it to Cody Best, who brings it across midcourt.
Best spin move just inside the foul line. His bounce pass tipped away by Miller, but grabbed by Rummel on the right side. Rummel's attempted pass is tipped away and intercepted by Miller. Active possession for Seth Miller. Andy Short looks into the corner, wide open. Pettit traveled with it, hop step before he went to the entry pass.
Third turnover for the Eagles. They're doing a much better job of protecting the basketball.
10 turnovers, 20 points combined here in the first 7 minutes and 7 seconds of the basketball game. We have 53 seconds left in the opening quarter.
Big game, maybe a little jitters for both teams.
Our score is 11-9, Edon. Middle of the floor through the hands of Vogel. Too tall for him a bit. Short comes up with it over to Miller now on the left side. Miller cutting through, secondary break. Slagle with the left hand lays it in.
Somebody lost or forgot a defensive assignment. Nice strong move to the basket by Slagle.
We are tied at 11. Third tie of this first quarter. Rummel jump stop across the timeline over to the right side to Cody Best. Best looks inside, nobody home. Now bounce pass into the right corner to Jeff Hugg. Guarded by Pettit, foul away from the basketball.
Slagle on a hold, I think, on the post up.
And that will be Phil Slagle's first. That's the team's third foul. North Central.
Slagle at 6'3". Look how small he looks in that pack of players.
Inbounds pass to Cody Best all the way out in front. Best dribble drive, now backing just inside the foul line. Jump pass down low, and wasn't ready for it was Vogel. Outlet now to Pettit. Pettit lays it up and in for the Eagles, and North Central has a 2-point lead. Up the right side, Jeff Hugg with the basketball. He'll take a three with 2 on the clock, no good. Over the back, Vogel, that'll be his second. Josh Vogel with just .4 remaining. Heiss in the corner. Tried to keep it alive and climb the back inside. And now Smith and Vogel will have 2 fouls going into the second quarter. And this is a 1-and-1 already for North Central here with just .4 remaining here in the first period.
Jeff Hugg took about a 25, 26-footer with, I don't know, about 3 seconds left.
And out of the line will be Andy Short. As we mentioned, a 68% free throw shooter on the season. First free throw attempt is up, and it is no good, and that was a 1-and-1, and that'll do it for the first quarter of play. Seesaw first quarter. North Central takes a lead into the second, leading Edon 13-11. We'll be back in just a moment. Cindy, could you bring the 2-point lead, Heiss?
Andy, not taking the basketball to the post is not from the bench. To paraphrase Chad Bassett's between quarters speech, take the ball to the post.
You're better than that, go to the post. Essentially the message. Let's see if they listen right away. They were going that way, and we have an illegal screen away from the basketball on Jeff Hugg. Yes. Moving screen away from the basketball just as we open the second quarter. And that'll be Hugg's first. And boy, North Central, we know it's their Achilles heel, but they really have a golden opportunity right now, Heiss. They have an entire quarter of going to the free throw line on foul calls.
Andy,
now.
they were 3 of 10 in the first quarter. They have to get better.
And the free throw from Jason Martin is up and good.
He's 2 of 3. A bright spot.
51% on the season for North Central. One more to come. 14-11 lead for the Eagles. Second one is airborne, and it is no good. Too strong. Rebound on the inside. Arkwright goes down, lost the handle, grabbed by Short, laid up, no good. Partially tipped Cody Best. He'll try it again, muscle it up and in. Andy Short, hard-earned 2 on the inside.
He came from the top. Someone didn't screen him.
And a steal. Miller leaves it for Kidston. Head and ball fake, blocked from behind, and a foul called. And Heiss has the basketball. He's in triple threat. He was ready to fire. Anybody want it? You could have held on to that thing, Heiss, for
I think I could have held on to
5
it for
minutes. Timeout, Edon. Takes 27 seconds to get a timeout now. 5-point North Central lead. We'll be right back. Our area, Kennel Superior Insurance Agency of downtown Montpelier, Ohio.
Auto owners, the no problem people.
Michael Kidston at the free throw line for North Central. Buried the first one, second one on the way, and in and out, no good. 53% foul shooter on the season. It's a 6-point North Central lead, 17-11. They are in the midst right now of an 8-0 run It's been a while since Edon scored any points, at a 5-second count now against Jeff Hugg.
Trying to do too much with the dribble instead of giving it up and running the offense. Now, that may not be all Jeff's fault. They may not be setting picks and getting open.
North Central possession now as they walk it across midcourt over to the right side to Andy Short. Short, top of the circle to Kidston, over to the left side to Martin, cutting through, looking for Miller, can't handle it, juggled and lost, picked up by Hugg. So Edon will force the turnover in their defensive set. Jeff Hugg up the floor on the left point, now to the top of the key on the dribble, over the right side to Austin Rummel. Entry pass attempted for Whitney, broken up by Slagle, out of bounds, tipped, and no, we'd have a foul, or we just say it's out of bounds?
Now he's deciding which way to point.
Okay, and he talks with Matt Kearns. I think this is going to be a shot in the dark.
Now they're going to call it
a jump ball. See, neither one of them knew for sure.
Turnover number 12 for the Bombers.
Turnovers and lack of execution in the half-court set right now, doing Edon in. Telling the coaches that we're unsure of the call, and the possession arrow favors North Central. So it'll be Kidston across the timeline over the left side to Jason Martin. Martin penetrates, kicks left side. Andy Short dials it up for three and buries it. 11 unanswered for North Central, and they lead by 9, 20-11.
And 9 for Andy Short.
And a travel on Austin Rummel, the 13th Edon turnover.
No, we have a foul.
Okay, I'm sorry. 12 turnovers still. It'll be a personal foul on Kidston. Beg your pardon.
His first.
Pettit will come in. Kidston will sit. That's the 4th team foul, by the way, on North Central. 6:38 time remaining, opening half. 20-11, North Central. Edon basketball. Defender or offensive player Rummel goes down on the right side. They go left side though to Arkwright. Arkwright spin move back into the paint, lofts it up and in, and that'll stop the 11-0 run.
6 for Travis.
20-13, Bombers within 7. Across midcourt, Kyle Pettit with a basketball. Bounce pass over the left side to Andy Short. Directing traffic is Short, sends it into the corner. Gets it back from Martin. Short now, circling right side, gets a double screen. Short down into the corner, now to Pettit. Pettit with a dribble drive in the paint. Starts to lean in and traveled with it. Yep, good call by Al Riesecker.
5th turnover for the Eagles, 12 for the Bombers.
That's unbelievable, Heiss. I mean, it's just unbelievable that both teams have turned it over so much. You can only attribute so much of that to nerves. We've seen both teams, obviously there is some full court pressure, so that's for some of it, but we've seen a lot of sloppy basketball and a hand check called on Pettit as Cody Best was bringing it up the floor.
You're also deep enough into the season that nerves shouldn't be a huge factor.
Out of bounds to the Bombers now. 2 minutes into the second quarter. It's 20-13. North Central leading Edon. Eagles have a 1-game lead over the Bombers here in the BBC title chase. And this is game number 8 on the season. Rummel. So North Central win would clinch at least a tie of the title. Top of the circle to Cody Best. Best over the left side. High elbow extended to Arkwright. Over to Rummel. Back down low to Arkwright. Arkwright spins. Traveled with it. Yep. Spins into the paint. Lost his footing and traveled. And it will be North Central basketball now. Up across midcourt. Here comes some half-court pressure from Edon, extending their defense, and they'll get a turnover. Andy Short's right side pass is intercepted. Arkwright, pretty bounce pass. It's tipped, though, and out of bounds. Touched last by Cody Best.
Right idea, throwing the bounce pass. Nice hustle by a North Central Eagle to deflect that. And then Arkwright, I believe it was Arkwright, couldn't get the handle after the deflection.
20-13. North Central still with the lead, and they have the basketball. Andy Short over to the left side now to Martin. Out back in front to Short. Short off the dribble. Jumper for 3. Nope, too strong. Long rebound chased down by Rummel of Edon. Into the hands now of Jeff Hugg, being ball hawked by Pettit. Hugg to the left elbow. Looks over left side now to Cody Best. Best gets a screen from Arkwright, and a foul called on the floor on, I think, Seth Miller.
It'll be Seth's first. Should be on the floor on the drive. It will be out of bounds.
Yep, last time we'll go out of bounds. 4:59 to play, because the next foul on North Central will put Edon in the bonus. Rummel to trigger in now for the Bombers. Looks right side in the corner. Jeff Hugg for 3. Nope. And over the back is Brent Best, who is in. And we come to this end for free throws now. Tomorrow night, we'll see these Eden Blue Bombers again. Another critical game for that Sunday tournament draw as they host Antwerp. Of course, Antwerp winning in the holiday tournament over in Eden. Really have done a nice job this year. 11-6 coming into this weekend. They have Fairview tonight.
And remember, they're 11-6 down a little farther south.
And they've done it as the free throw by Slagle is up and in. They have done it without Aaron Taylor for a few games, about 3 or 4 weeks, and now they've played the last 2 or 3 weeks without Ethan Miller. They don't even know if they're going to get him back. Scott McMichael has done a sensational job there. Free throw number 2 is good.
He should get Coach of the Year. He won't, but he should get Coach of the Year.
9-point advantage for North Central, matching their biggest lead, and Cody Best threw it behind Rummel, but chased down by Hugg, so it won't be a turnover. Hugg across midcourt, over the right side. Best attacking. Bounce pass along the key. Nice feed. Layup good by Brent Best. Low on the left. Pretty feed by Cody.
Yeah, and Brent Best, a nice job of getting himself under control and powering it up.
Andy Short between the circles. Looks right. Still looking right now. Nice look diagonally. Broken up, though. Great hustle by Rummel to break that one up.
Yeah, good read to fill back down low. Saved 2 points, knocking that out of bounds.
Kidston in. Pettit out for North Central.
Pettit hobbling a little bit on his right side.
4:29 left, first half of basketball. 22-15. North Central almost an over and back. They do save it. Short into the corner to Kidston. Back out Andy Short. Dialed it up. 3-ball. No. Back of the rim, and a jump ball immediately called as Slagle and Arkwright both converge on the rebound, and the possession arrow favors the Bombers. So it'll be out of bounds to North Central, or to Eden, I should say. North Central setting up their 2-2-1 full court pressure up the right sideline. This is Hugg lofting it over, broken up, out of bounds by Short. Good anticipation by Andy Short, but too much air under that cross-court pass.
Yeah, another soft pass cross-court. You cannot throw a soft pass cross-court against that zone.
So now Hugg off the inbounds for Eden. Over to the right side, sending it to Cody Best. Best on the right point. Travel. No, we have a call away.
Double foul.
Double foul called on Best and Slagle battling inside.
Slagle's second. Best second.
Don't see that called too often in high school.
No, but they were battling for position.
That's an NBA type call. You see more than anything else. Best is out with 2 fouls now for Eden. And the arrow then after that, when you have the double foul, they go to the possession arrow, so it goes to North Central.
Usually the offense the referee protects the offense there. So maybe Brent did something a little more extracurricular. Just a guess.
Miller to the just above the foul line to Martin. Over to the right side to Kidston. Kidston dribble drive, 10-footer, got caught behind the rim, missed the shot off the side of the iron. Rebound to Arkwright.
Yeah, not a good angle that time by Kidston. Not a bad idea, but didn't have a real good angle.
Over to the right side, Cody Best now, high on the right. Best looks deep, nothing there. Now top the circle to Hugg. Hugg sends it left side to Rummel. As Whitney goes down, travel called on Travis Arkwright on the left elbow as he started into his dribble move.
15th turnover for the Bombers. Right now, when the Bombers get the ball inside, they're double and then triple down. They need to just square up and shoot the ball right where they catch it. Travis had the ball inside the left square, had a decent shot.
Eden fans and Chad Bassett, probably more so than anybody in the gym, asking where's that team that showed up against Fayette? Left side, Andy Short, penetration along the baseline. Can't get it to go, though. Off glass, no. Arkwright the rebound. We're going to go under 3 with this Eden possession, 22-15. North Central with the advantage. Best through the hands of Whitney, off of Rummel, and no, it's going to be off North Central, they say, and out of bounds. I thought Austin Rummel may have touched it last, but it'll be off the Eagles and Eden basketball. So Rummel will trigger in. Lob for Whitney. Couldn't get to it. Steal by Short. Gives off now to Martin. Martin, pretty bounce pass down low. Miller hangs up and scores. Low on the left for Seth Miller. And again, North Central matches their biggest lead at 9. Eden basketball into the front court along the right sideline. Cody Best to the baseline. The runner. Wild shot way off. No good. Rebound lost by North Central, but a foul called on Eden.
Arkwright, I believe, for his second.
Yep.
So Eden has Alamong, Bogle, Arkwright, Smith, and Brent Best with 2. North Central has Slagle and Hewland with 2.
We have fouls going against Edon right now. We have turnovers, although North Central's guilty of quite a few as well.
6.
But we have turnovers going against Edon, and content still to stand from the perimeter and shoot, hence the 9-point advantage for North Central. Double bonus, and Andy Short. Boy, it's been rare to see Andy struggle at the free throw line the last couple three games.
Well, this year he has. Before that, he was always pretty solid. Edon's made a better attempt to take it to the square this quarter. North Central doing a nice job of double and tripling up once they get it, especially.
So Short will try to connect on this second one. It's on the way and good.
10 points for Andy Short.
And Andy Short's points right now, the difference in this basketball game, because the lead is at 10 for North Central. Their biggest of the night. 25-15. Up across midcourt, Jeff Hug going left. Hug floats it to the baseline. Arkwright up, off glass, no. Arkwright got his own rebound, muscled it up and in. Travis Arkwright was not going to be denied on that possession, Ice.
8 for Travis. Just nice hustle, nice work on the boards. Nobody screened him.
And the lead is at 25-17 now for the Eagles. Short over to Kidston, back to Andy Short. Short over the left side now to Seth Miller. Miller high on the left to Hewland, who's back in with the 2 fouls, kicks right, 3 ball, no good. Kidston, long rebound though, nobody screened Miller. And North Central has it again, over to Kidston again. He'll try a 3 and banks it in. I didn't hear him call it, but North Central will take it.
Well, they'll take it for sure. They're not going to give it back.
And the lead is 11 now for the Eagles. 28-17. Rummel, dribble penetration, jump stop, bounce pass. Arkwright hangs and scores low on the left.
Nice assist by Rummel. Nice dribble penetration. Dumped it off to the big end, and Travis takes it up for his 10th.
90 seconds to play and counting first half. 28-19. North Central with the lead. Andy Short over to the right side as North Central goes to their spread offense now. Maybe the nothing but a layup rule. Kidston on the right wing. Dangerous pass. Got it through, though, out on top to Andy Short. Short penetrates. Short sees a lane.
That should be a charge.
Yep, it's going to be an offensive foul just before the strip away.
Short's first. 2 Edon Blue Bombers right there, and he just charged into him. Andy would have been better served to jump stop maybe and shoot that.
Out of bounds now to the Bombers. They'll have it underneath. Pet it in for Hewland. James Ackridge doesn't want Greg Hewland to pick up a silly third. Perhaps on a rebound attempt or on an inside position for the Edon Blue Bombers. Edon basketball. Hug over to the right side to Rummel. Rummel skip pass left side on the wing. Cody Best fires for 3. No good. Rebound Rummel. Got it on the inside. Low on the right. Missed the chippy. Rebound grab by North Central. Bounce pass left side. Miller from Martin, and he lost it out of bounds, but it was touched by Cody Best.
Cody Best, nice job as Miller was starting up, getting his hand on the basketball, knocking it out of bounds.
52.6 seconds to play first half. Short into Kidston. Kidston attacks, stops, pops, 15-footer off the iron. No, jump ball forced by Martin and Hug, and the arrow to Edon.
Edon doing a great job on the boards, almost 2-1 over North Central, but they've committed 16 turnovers to North Central's 7.
And it's a 9-point North Central lead. Hug in the backcourt with the basketball. Across midcourt now, high on the left. Top of the circle to Rummel, over to the right point. Rummel, right point over to Best now. Cody gives off to Austin Rummel. Back to Cody Best, right wing now. Best, snap pass over the top to Hug. Hug on the inside, blocked away by Short, grabbed by Arkwright, and flips it up and in. Travis Arkwright, good hustle to get to the basketball. The lead is cut to 7. Final 20 seconds of the first half.
Travis has 12.
Half-court pressure. Andy Short over to the right side to Kidston. 13 on the clock. Into the corner to Miller. Cutting through is Short. Short recognizes they still have a little time. They don't want Edon to have another shot. 6 seconds. Short into the corner to Miller. The give, the go. Here's Short. Hangs. Missed the shot. Battle for the rebound inside. Tipped out of bounds. At the buzzer. That'll do it. First half is done. North Central 28. Edon 21. Universal Screen Print halftime report is coming up next.
Indulge your sweet tooth.
North Central High School 28-21. North Central with the advantage over the Edon Blue Bombers, and big difference in the basketball game right now, Heiss, is Edon doing an awful job protecting the basketball.
16 turnovers at the half, and that's about what you want for a game. So that's something that, thank you, sir, that's something that they're very definitely going to have to talk about have to talk about and do a much better job in this second half. Doing a good job on the boards, but just turn the basketball over way too much.
Let's take a look at the first half statistics in this North Central lead.
Okay, scoring for Edon. Jeff Hugg has 5. Travis Arkwright 12. Mark Smith 2. Brent Best 2 for a total of 21. For the North Central Eagles, Andy Short with 10. Jason Martin 2. Phil Slagle 3. Greg Hewlin 5. Seth Miller 2. Kyle Pettit 2. Michael Kidston 4. For a total of 28. From the foul line, Edon 0 for 1. For North Central, they're 8 of 18. They went 5 of 8 in the second quarter. 20 rebounds for the Edon Blue Bombers, 11 for the North Central Eagles. But the big stat so far, Edon 16 turnovers to North Central 7. The only stat that counts is the one on the scoreboard, and the scoreboard reads here at the half, North Central 28, Edon 21.
Another difference in the basketball game right now, Heiss, is free throws made, but really even free throws attempted. You think Chad Bassett's going to bring that to the attention? Look at that number, 18 to 1.
R.A. wrote that down as part of my comments later, that North Central did a nice job in that zone for the most part of not sending Edon to the foul line. They did a lot of double and triple downs, but you know, there were times where there was going to be contact that Edon walked before the contact, so that could be a factor also.
Let's take a timeout here at halftime. Universal Screen Print halftime report. When we come back, we'll check other scores from around Northwest Ohio this evening. Our score here, 28-21. North Central leads Edon. We'll be back in a moment. Cindy, could you bring me the entire bottle of aspirin and a large glass of water?
Must be time to pay those bills again.
How could you possibly guess? Hey, we're all right this month. We have enough for value meals, but only one each. There has to be an easier way.
Well, my dear, there is. I heard on WBNO this morning about Mortgage One Group USA. You can save by consolidating your money every month.
I'm listening.
They have 100% financing, fast closings, all credit welcome, and interest rates right now are available as low as 6.75% and maybe even lower. Mortgage One Group.
Halftime instructions, Heiss, what was talked about in both locker rooms.
Well, it's obvious what Chad Bassett said. Take the dang ball to the post and protect the basketball. I think James Zachary's pretty happy with his kids. Just continue to play hard, continue to get those traps when you can, continue to get those turnovers, and remember to double and triple down when they get the ball inside.
It'll be North Central basketball to open the third quarter. 28-21. Some other scores from around the area tonight. Brian, as you heard, closing in on at least a piece of the NWOAL championship, although if Liberty hangs on and beats PH, they'll have it all wrapped up tonight. Top of the key. This is the dribble drive now by Martin. Bounce pass right side for Hewlin is knocked out of bounds, and in fact, that last touch is going to be off of Greg Hewlin. So the basketball will go over to Edon, and again, North Central going to be relentless with that pressure.
Can't blame them.
Sending it ahead to Cody Best, driving right side. Good feed inside for Vogel, missed inside. Tried to get his own rebound and kept it alive for Alamong, but he stepped on the sideline.
Nice pass by Brent Best, and Vogel juggled it a little bit, didn't have it under control, or not Brent Best, Cody Best. Lost control on the way up and couldn't hit it.
Remember, Vogel had to sit a good spell on the bench with foul trouble for Edon in that first half.
Nobody with 3 on either team, a bunch with 2.
Andy Short gets a screen from Hewlin, tries to get the double screen from Slagle, but they're able to stay with him. He then goes to Slagle, and Slagle traveled with it. So we're trading turnovers here as we open the third quarter.
9th turnover for North Central, 2 quick ones.
28-21 it remains, opening minute of the third quarter. Edon basketball. Alamong trapped and then fires it ahead, broken up on that far side by Phil Slagle along the sideline. So again, it will stay with Edon. Inbounding is Jared Alamong, sends it out now to Cody Best just above the foul line. Best top of the key, looks right now, goes left to Alamong, hits his first shot of the night and buries it. 2-pointer just inside the line. And Cody Best, Jared Alamong knocks down the 2, and it's a 5-point basketball game. Basketball now goes to North Central as they walk it across midcourt. Remember, coming in, Edon trails North Central by a game for the BBC race. Martin to Hewlin, high-low down to Slagle, back out to Martin. Martin attacking, goes to Hewlin, elbow jumper, right side is good from 15.
7 for Hewlin, nice fundamental, solid shot.
He was someone that also spent some time like Vogel for Edon in foul trouble, sitting a good spell. Cody Best over to Jeff Hugg, back to Cody Best, who will bring the basketball up across midcourt. Nice feed to the trailer. Arkwright, 12-footer, didn't roll in. Rebound, if that's going to be Slagle.
Should be Slagle over the top, but if it is, it's his third.
Well,
Vogel had good position. Yes, it is Slagle.
I was going to say take your pick on number 3, because if it had been Vogel, it would have been his third.
Now, Vogel had the position. They got the call correct.
Kidston back in for North Central in place of Slagle.
I hope someone didn't mishear me. They got the call correct.
Inbounds low on the block. The turnaround, Vogel won't go. He has been eerily quiet tonight. Rebound to North Central. Pushing it up the floor. Martin left side. Miller. Oh, nice job on the touch pass inside to Hewlin.
That's 9 for Hewlin. Well done. Hewlin, the trailer in the secondary break, and got it running the lane.
Seth Miller doing a good job on the touch pass. And the lead back to 9 for North Central. Arkwright mishandled. Goes to Vogel. Lowered the shoulder. That'll be number 3. Josh Vogel lowered the boom, dropped the shoulder, personal foul number 3. It's going to get called pretty much every time.
Yeah, he flopped. The defender flopped, but Vogel did cause the contact, and that's number 3 on Josh. He has not scored tonight.
No rhythm, absolutely no rhythm for that young man this evening. 2 quick ones, and has to sit again now with a quick third here, just 2 minutes into the third period. He's replaced by Brent Best. Right side, Kidston zooms it over the top now to Martin. Martin top the key to Andy Short. Over the right side, Kidston has some room for a 3 and knocks it down.
Well, Michael Kidston has done something that his daddy never did. He's hit 2 threes in a basketball game.
35-23, ball tipped. Ooh, almost a turnover by Edon. Did get through from Best to Arkwright. Low on the right, Arkwright out now to Cody Best. Cody Best off the dribble, pulls up for 3, no good. Long rebound, could see an Edon timeout if North Central converts. They have numbers. 4-on-2, bounce pass left side, picked the wrong man. Tried to go with a fancy bounce pass. Good steal by Cody Best over to Brent, who drew the foul on Martin. Trying to do too much in a 4-on-1 situation, Heiss.
Yeah, exactly.
And it will put Brent Best on the free throw line now. At the opposite end, and a solid job defensively by Cody in breaking up the 4-on-1.
Yeah, great steal.
Best an 83% foul shooter and misses that one. Averaging 3 points off the bench and a couple of boards a game for Chad Bassett. Remember, missed some time as well with an injury. Second free throw from Brent Best is up and good.
So he has his average. He has 3.
35-24, North Central. Eagles have the basketball right to left. We have 5:15 to play, third period. Andy Short stops top the key, left side to Kidston, gets it back now between the circles. Short back over to the left side, Kidston. Cody Best gambles. There's the pass to the high post to Hewlin, now to the right side. Martin shows the ball, drew the blocking foul on the floor. And I believe it's Travis Arkwright.
Arkwright or Alamong. They got Arkwright. His third.
So Vogel and Arkwright now with 3. Whitney in for Arkwright. Second team foul. North Central basketball between the circles. Short goes over to the left side to Kidston. Back over to Short. They had a screen set for him. Now Andy will dribble it out in front, give to Hewlin. Hewlin kick into the right side corner. Nice job showing the ball. Martin up and drew the foul, and he'll go to the line.
I think they're going to get Cody Best.
Ice, I got to say, in the games that we've seen North Central play this year, I think this is as aggressive as we've seen them going to the basket. 4:53 to play in the third. Timeout, Edon. 11-point North Central lead. We'll be back in a moment. The other one, Brent Best, and he is called for his third personal foul. So that's 3 Bombers now with 3 fouls in this basketball game, and Martin hits the first free throw.
3 of their big uns.
Jason Martin, a 68% foul shooter. I'm sorry, a 51% foul shooter on the season. Hit the first, hits the second as well. 37-24 North Central as they rebuild that lead up to 13 now. Cody Best up the right sideline, avoids the trap, gets to the baseline, spins, goes to the shot, up no good. Rebound, Brent Best. A jump ball is forced by Andy Short, and the arrow will keep it with Edon. And a force that time by Cody trying to do too much off the dribble. Smith coming in and Rummel coming in for Edon. Hug and Alamong will sit down.
Cody Best had the right idea on the dribble penetration, but then didn't get a real quality shot off of it.
Underneath for the basketball is Mark Smith. Smith over to the left side to Austin Rummel. Back to Smith. Out to the foul line. Jumper on the way. No good by Brent Best. Rebound Mark Smith. Puts it up. No good. Follow up and in. Do they count? No.
They're going to get Best over the back.
And that'll be number 4 on Brent Best. And Chad Bassett's going to have to roll the dice now. He doesn't want to get too small, and he'll send Vogel back in with a 3. Brent Best sits down. That's the 4th team foul. And just like the first half, North Central doing a job right now on drawing the personals. Short pass tipped away by Austin Rummel. Andy Short's pass, not the short pass, but Andy Short's pass tipped away. Cody Best down low. Nice feed to Vogel. Gets to the scorebook for the first time tonight, low on the right.
Pretty pass by Cody Best that time, and Vogel, good finish.
37-26 North Central, almost to the halfway point of the 3rd quarter. Over to the right side, Michael Kidston into the corner to Seth Miller. Miller clears it out in front to Short. Now over to Martin. Foul line to Hewlin. Jumper good. 15-footer. Squaring, firing, and burying is Greg Hewlin.
11 for Greg Hewlin.
And we have a foul called out of the inbounds, and I think it's going to be Seth Miller. No? Yes. Okay. So it'll be Seth Miller. And that's Seth, his 2nd. 3rd team foul. Not only does Chad Bassett have to battle back against North Central, he's going to have to battle back in foul problems. Inbounds to Rummel, nearly poked away, and now it is poked away. Lost basketball, good feed over to Miller from Martin, and it's low, good, low on the right. Boy, is this the same North Central from a week ago. Inbounds, it's taken away nearly by North Central. Good hustle defensively by Kidston. Eagles trying to grab at least a piece of the BBC championship tonight with a win. Up the sideline, Cody Best, crossover, and a foul called on Edon. Or on North Central, I should say, on that dribble up the floor.
They get Kidston for his 2nd.
Out of bounds here in front of the Edon bench. Mark Smith to trigger in, and does in the backcourt to Cody Best. Best up to the front court, high on the left to Rummel. Back top the key to Cody Best, into the right corner to Mark Smith. Smith top the key to Best. Now down low to Vogel. Turns, fires, 8-footer good. Josh Vogel, back-to-back field goals for Vogel.
Good assist again by Cody Best.
41-28. And a foul called. That'll be on Ryan Whitney, trying to deny the basketball to Greg Hewlin.
Lost his balance trying to get to the denial. Stumbled into Hewlin as he was receiving the pass. Cody Best, a beautiful 2-hand chest pass for the assist.
Whitney has his first foul on the evening. It'll be North Central possession. Cutting through, wide open. Kidston floater is good. About 5 feet right of the key. Nobody came to get Kidston. Now he nearly forces the turnover as he deflects it out of bounds.
9 points for Michael.
And Jeff Hugg gets to the scorer's table. Let's see who he comes in for. Edon started to inbound the basketball. And it'll be Hugg reporting in for Austin Rummel. So Edon basketball, 2-2-1, full court pressure again from North Central. Smith can't find anybody. Now flashing up the floor is Hugg. Jeff Hugg weaving his way up across the timeline. Hugg now angling left on the dribble, circling all the way to the baseline. Wraparound pass fouled from behind on Seth Miller. As Miller and Vogel, a pair of 40s, were locked up.
That'll be 3 on Miller. So now the inside defenders for North Central getting a little trouble. Slagle and Miller both have 3.
And the foul situation team-wise have evened out now. 5 team fouls apiece. Smith into the right corner. Cody Best for 3. No good. Way off target. Rebound on the inside. Vogel controlled it, and he was fouled on the play by Andy Short.
Should be on the rebound.
Timeout, James Ackridge, full timeout. 2:56 left in the 3rd. 43-28, North Central in command right now. Will return to North Central in a moment. Apparently a little confusion on tomorrow night's JV start time. It will be at the customary start time of 6:30 tomorrow night, Antwerp at Edon. Apparently some chatter from people around the Edon community that may start at 6. It is a 6:30 JV start time tomorrow night. James Ackridge What was the purpose of his timeout, Heiss?
Composure timeout. Just protect the basketball, continue to play, and continue to do what got you here.
Jeff Hugg circling on the dribble all the way over to the right side for Edon. Hugg snaps it back over to the left now to Smith. Back over to Hugg, right point. Hugg looks to the high post. Nothing there. Now goes to the corner to Best. Force the pass inside. Try to jam it into Whitney. Taken away by North Central. Outlet now to Kidston. Over to the left side to Short off the fast break. Pull up, no good. Rebound, Hewlin heading ball fake. Up, and it would not go, but he'll go to the free throw line. Good work on the inside. Foul on Mark Smith, and that'll be his third foul.
Vogel, Arkwright, Smith with 3, Brent Best with 4.
And Edon is trailing by 15, so a very steep uphill climb. Hewlin to the foul line. Nope, on the first attempt. Hewlin is 65% foul shooter. Arkwright will come back with his foul trouble at 3, replacing Whitney. Heiss, where are we at right now on free throw shooting for North Central? Just curious.
Well, they were 8 of 18 going into this quarter, and they're 2 of 4 right now. So they're 10 of 20. They're 50%.
And go under it with that miss by Hewlin. 10 of 21, so 11 misses at the foul line, and a foul on Vogel on a clear out. He grabbed the rebound and then used his off arm, they said, with a foul. And Josh Vogel has number 4. 2:29 left in the third, and Edon will see another player go to the bench, and going to the foul line for North Central will be Jason Martin. What's the confusion? The board is showing 17 fouls, right?
That was an offensive foul.
Okay. All right. So it's out of bounds to North Central. But we will go to the free throw line the rest of the way. Lob in for Miller, too tall for him. Cutting left side of the key. The pass just a little bit too tall. Hugg comes up with it ahead now to Smith in the half court. Smith down low. Drop step move, spin move, turn around, off glass, up and in. Travis Arkwright. That shot, that turnaround almost automatic.
14 for Travis, and that's the first good shot he's had in this half.
43-30, Edon within 13. The high post to Hewlin. Bounce pass right side to Seth Miller. Miller flips it out now. Skip over the top to Pettit. Pettit bounce out on top to Short. Short tipped away, but he regains it. Now Andy Short bounces right side to Jason Martin. Martin into the corner to Seth Miller. Back out to Martin. Martin attacks. Goes to Hewlin. Left elbow jumper is in. Greg Hewlin with confidence sticks home the J, and it's a 15-point lead.
13 for Greg.
45-30 Eagles. 1:35 to play, third period. Hugg off the right side. Over to Best, now top the key. 3-ball left point. Mark Smith too strong. Long rebound goes to Short. Middle of the floor for Hewlin. Hewlin weaving his way up the floor. Nose to Miller. Wild shot, no good. Hewlin the rebound. Out to Pettit for the triple. No good. Cody Best skies for the board for Edon. Best up the left side for Mark Smith, and Smith juggled and has to save for Arkwright. Arkwright on the inside, off glass, up and in. Travis Arkwright, left side of the floor.
16 for Travis.
With a minute to play in the third period, the North Central lead is 13 right now, 45-32. Short over to Pettit, left side. Pettit snaps it over, skip pass right side. Martin with contact, ball lost, and a foul called on whom? They're going to get one on Edon.
Going to get Jeff Hugg for his second.
Chad Bassett asking the obvious question of his JV coach. Wasn't that a charge? At least obvious to Chad and the Edon fans. Going back to the line now will be Martin. 13-point lead, looking for more with 51 seconds. Missed the front end of the 1-and-1. And Arkwright secures the rebound for Edon. Gives now to Hugg. Hugg, top the circle, looks right side. Now wraps it left side, coming off a screen. Into the paint, no good from Best, followed by Whitney, no good. Battle for the rebound goes to Hewlin of North Central. His pass outlet is taken away by Smith, tipped over, layup good by Arkwright. Mark Smith broke that one up. Arkwright gets the lay-in.
Yeah, good quick hands by Smith. Arkwright, the man there on the spot.
And he now has 18. Up the floor now for Miller. Miller, no look in for Hewlin. Hewlin fades a bit, but scores over the top of Whitney and Arkwright from the low on the right side. And it's 47-34 North Central. 12 seconds to play, third quarter, and counting. Smith Up the floor to Arkwright. Arkwright with 7, attacks, left side baseline jumper, and he is on fire right now. 3 seconds, 2 second, Martin half-court try, no, off the iron. We go to the fourth, it's North Central 47, Edon 36, back in a moment.
Parkview Nursing Care Center in Edgerton offers 24-hour...
Ready to begin the fourth quarter, and a lot stacked against Edon Heiss as we go into the final 8 minutes.
21 turnovers for the Bombers.
And they're fighting foul trouble, and a pretty good effort tonight from North Central. And there, speaking of a foul, there's one called on Jeff Hugg just as we open this fourth quarter. It will be, as we said, a 1-and-1. Jeff Hugg now has his third. So Jason Martin will return to the foul line now for the Eagles. Shooting 1-and-1 for the final time this evening. Free throw is up and no good. Front end the 1-and-1, and Arkwright skies for the board.
Kid's got some ups, doesn't he?
Outlet now to Hugg. Hugg top the key, gives to Cody Best. Best on the dribble, jump pass down low, broken up by Slagle. Bounced off his chest. And it's stolen away by North Central. Here come the Eagles now with Pettit on the dribble across midcourt. Pettit sends it right side. Andy Short from way out for 3. Nope, too strong. Rebound on the inside, blocked by Whitney. Rebound again, put up, no good. Battle tipped, grabbed by nobody yet, and we have a foul called on Edon, and they're going to get Whitney.
Whitney's second. And I believe it's going to be Martin to the line for double bonus. Martin is 2 for 4 at the line tonight.
Austin Rummel gets off the bench for Edon, and Martin back rims the free throw. Well, you can just see kind of a gasp, but I don't know how to describe it when North Central gets to the free throw line. Understanding the struggles. Cody Best will sit down. Replaced, as we said, by Rummel, and the second free throw is good. So the lead goes to 12 now, 48-36 North Central. 7:20 left in the ball game. Up the right sideline, Rummel tipped away from behind, ball loose, picked up by Miller. Miller with a 2-on-1, threw that one away. Yes, he did. I thought maybe somebody got a piece of it, but it was just thrown completely away.
Got a little bit excited there. Had the breakaway, knew it, and tried to get it to his teammate. He said, "My bad, slow down." He knew it.
Edon possession now. Smith at the point, over to Rummel, back to Mark Smith. Smith crossover, tipped away by Short, but picked up by Hugg. Hugg off the dribble, forced that one. Rebound goes to Edon, or to North Central, and then a foul called on Edon on Rummel from behind.
Trying to slap it, keep it alive, but climb the back of Martin.
Free throws coming up at the other end now. For North Central, it's double bonus now. And it will be Jason Martin to the free throw line. Martin's first attempt is up, and it is in. Kidston and Hewlin back, Miller, and it would be for Martin. If he hits this free throw, who Kidston will replace. Second free throw from Jason Martin is up and good. And it's 50-36 now, North Central, as they are threatening to open up this basketball game. Edon's got to be careful here that this thing doesn't slip away. We still have a lot of time, 6:55 left in the game. Hugg in the backcourt, bounce pass is kicked by North Central, so it'll stay with the Bombers.
Good call. Kidston broke it up with the kick.
Credit James Akrich. So far, he has been able to regroup this team as down as they've been all season after disappointing losses last weekend. They have recovered nicely so far tonight. High post to Arkwright. Looks deep, nothing there. Arkwright starts to attack, and a foul called on Slagle.
That'll be Slagle's fourth.
And that will put Travis Arkwright on the line because it's a 1-and-1.
Credit North Central's effort and Mr. Hyde showing up for the Bombers.
Arkwright, 11.5 points, 6 boards a game coming in, already well above his average. He is a 55% foul shooter on the year.
He has to be close to double figures in rebounds, too. I believe he's had quite a few.
Reminder, at the conclusion of tonight's game, Heist and I will select the Pepsi Most Valuable Player this evening. Winner will receive a certificate and also a coupon for a 12-pack of Pepsi. That will be at the conclusion of this broadcast. And Arkwright misses the 1-and-1. Rebound is tipped and grabbed by North Central. Short along the baseline. His trap goes cross court now to Kidston. Kidston still in the backcourt. Back over to Andy Short, who now crosses midcourt. Andy Short on the right point, attacks to the foul line. Now kicks left side into the corner to Kyle Pettit. Pettit tries to clear it out in front. Now starts to circle back around to the baseline, and a foul called on the floor on Edon.
Probably going to get Austin Rummel on the bump down in the corner. You know, maybe not a bad strategy by Edon to send North Central to the foul line. The problem with that is they may run out of people, although they can go deep into their bench. They do have a quality bench.
Kyle Pettit at the line for 2 shots, and he connects on the first one. Pettit a 51% free throw shooter on the season. This is a team that shoots 55%. Second one is up, and he left that one short. Rebound Arkwright again. 51-36 North Central. Contact at midcourt as Pettit goes down. Looked at as no call. And they'll reset now. Arkwright over to Hug over the right side to Rummel. Rummel penetrates just inside the foul line, lost his footing, lost the basketball. Hug there to retrieve it, though, for Edon. Hug skips it over the top for Smith. Smith goes strong to the basket and lays it in.
Nice strong move by Mark Smith. He has 4.
And now Edon is forced to come scramble for pressure now with 5:50 left in the basketball game. Top of the key, Short now to Hewlin at the foul line. Hewlin over to the right side, Pettit for the 3, and that was an ill-advised one. You're up 13, you have 5:40 remaining, and Arkwright drew the contact on Pettit, and it'll be a blocking foul on Pettit. Really a 3 that James Zachrich would love to have back.
Yeah, that's just not a good 3 at that point. Run some clock, get a real good one.
Arkwright back.
I think Pettit looks like he's hurt himself a little bit when he went down after he and Travis Arkwright collided there half court.
And Arkwright misses that free throw attempt. So a couple of critical 1-and-1s missed by Travis Arkwright as Edon tries to climb back in this. Miller down low for Hewlin, low on the right, up off glass, no good. Arkwright skies for another board, outlet tipped away by North Central. It'll be Edon basketball. And a timeout on the floor taken by James Zachrich. 5:29 left. 51-38. Eagles back in just a moment.
Does Edon have a run in him? A very capable basketball team. They need turnovers. They need them quickly, and they need to score quickly.
Smith up the right side to Arkwright. Arkwright will take the 12-footer from the right baseline. No good, and the rebound goes to Short, and he traveled with it. Started to stumble and go down, and a travel called on Andy Short.
15th turnover for the Eagles. 23 for the Bombers. Bombers have only 2 in this quarter.
Lob for Arkwright through the key, too tall. Intercepted by Andy Short. He'll wisely hold it up. Gives to Hewlin, gets it right back now. Here comes a wave of pressure. Somebody has to be opening up the floor. Miller, nice pass right side, layup, good, Kidston. There it is. Edon is forced to commit so many bodies right now.
They have to come after the basketball. There's no question. That time North Central, just a nice job of executing their press breaker.
And North Central still going to come after Edon with the pressure. And as the spin move goes to Arkwright, he is fouled and will go to the line. I think it's Hewlin, and that'll be his 3rd. So free throws coming up now again for the Bombers and again for Travis Arkwright.
Travis is 0 for 3 at the foul line. He has 20 points, but he's 0 for 3 at the foul line. Kind of pushes his foul shot a little bit.
This is a 2-shot attempt. First one is up and got that one. Well, Heist, very interesting scenario coming up. Coming into tonight, Antwerp and Hicksville have 6 losses. Edon, North Central, and Stryker have 7 losses. Plus, you have Edgerton at 9. They're not going to get a number 1 seed. So who's your 1 seed right now?
I don't know.
I'll let you think about it.
I don't know. I really don't know whom I would vote for. Maybe Antwerp because they play a little tougher schedule.
Up the right side as both free throws were good, by the way. Michael Kidston drew the foul. And now I think we're going to start to see a parade to the foul line here and make North Central try to put this thing away there. 2 shots coming for Kidston.
Kidston, nice return to the lineup. He has 11.
And that foul for Edon was on Austin Rummel, his 3rd. The first attempt is up and good by Michael Kidston. Tough call. James Ackridge obviously may have a claim if they're able to win, hang on tonight, and beat Delta tomorrow night, because that would make them, Heist,
10-7.
Well, not only that, but 4-1 against the other teams in their sectional overall. Does that play a factor?
Yeah, it can.
55-40 as Kidston connects on them both. Lob down low to the baseline, and on the low square, do we have a foul called? Yes, on Seth Miller. And
Miller's 4th.
Arkwright will go back to the free throw line.
That can have a lot to do with it, and then the politicking can have a lot to do with it. And let's face facts, there's a lot of politicking goes on.
And certainly Antwerp, you would assume, obviously they are a favorite tonight playing Fairview. And they go to Edon tomorrow night. That's why I believe that one's going to have a big ramification. And, you know, really, as that free throw by Arkwright is good, he's hit his last 3 now. Slagle will come in for Miller. It's a 55-41 lead for North Central. Really, this year, Heist, more than any other year, seeds might be more important this year with the closeness and the parity of this. You don't want to have to play 2 if you don't have to, because anybody can beat anybody, and I know that's a cliche, but it's really
Not
true this year.
Yeah, this year, that's just pretty much up for grabs. Edgerton plays a tough schedule, too.
Slagle out to Martin. He gives to Short. It's a 14-point Eagles lead with 4:20 left in the basketball game. Now Martin and North Central are going to play keep away. Going to make Edon come and get them. And North Central going to have to win this thing apparently at the foul line. Free throw now to Hewlin. Back cut, and it's thrown away. Intercepted by Mark Smith. So Edon will have an opportunity now to get closer. Smith, the runner, drew the foul on Hewlin. It's on the floor. Doesn't matter. It's going to be 2 shots. Both teams in the double bonus.
Hewlin's 4th.
And now Martin.
No, they got Martin. I didn't even think Martin was around.
Okay, so we're both wrong.
Well, Martin's 2nd.
Mark Smith back rims the free throw. He is only a 41% foul shooter on the season. Second one from Smith is also too hard. Long rebound, tapped out. Arkwright kept it alive to Smith. Jumper too strong. Arkwright again with a rebound. Arkwright travel or a foul? Foul. And that one will be on Hewlin.
And that's his 4th.
And Travis Arkwright will return to the free throw line.
I must have jinxed him when I called his 4th earlier.
Arkwright to shoot a pair. Oh, I really think that the draw is going to be pretty interesting on Sunday as Arkwright hits that one. Meanwhile, you look over at Wauseon. There's no question on the 1 seed there. Ayersville's 12-3. The next closest team has 7 losses, so they will be the 1 seed. There, the 2 seed going to come down, I think, to Maumee Valley and Holgate probably. And Holgate's a 500 team right now.
25 for Arkwright. And you can't count Holgate out of the tournament. You usually would say just pencil them into the districts.
55-43.
Nice
Kidston,
pass.
good look right side. Lost out of bounds, though, by Hewlin. And James Ackridge has seen enough. Couple or 3 sloppy possessions, and Edon's within 12 with 3:48 remaining.
Good timeout.
Full timeout spent by North Central. Will return in just a moment. So Edon and North Central, 55-43 basketball game. North Central with the lead, and James Ackridge has seen his team get very sloppy here on the last few possessions. This thing still has time left in it.
Yeah, but they're going to have to get at it very quickly. Just a little over 3.5 minutes to play, 3:48 to be exact. But again, Edon needs quick hitters, need to score almost every possession. They need a lot of turnovers. You got to think that probably North Central has their nothing but a layup drill in for their offense right now.
Speaking of tournament coverage, the road to Columbus will get underway a little over a week from now. We will be broadcasting in Bryan Division IV girls sectionals. That opening night doubleheader will be Edgerton, Montpelier, and Hilltop North Central. The 1 seed in Bryan for the girls is Hicksville. The 2 seed is Edon, who's at 9-8 right now. Got that on the strength of the win over Edgerton. Edon basketball now. This is Hug for 3 left side, and he knocks it home. And suddenly it is a single-digit lead for North Central. And remember, free throw shooting, and that one's intercepted by Smith. Smith on the left side of the floor, up with a shot, no good. Rebound on the inside. Fought for. Arkwright has it. Takes the timeout. Heads up play. Travis Arkwright to grab, secure, keep the possession. And now let's try to take a break. 3:26 left in the game. It is a 9-point North Central lead. We'll return in a moment. 3:26 remaining. Where we stand. Timeouts, Heis.
2 for North Central, 3 for the Bombers. So that's good. They have 3 timeouts left for the Bombers. They can get the clock stopped 3 more times after a score.
Smith, Rummel, Vogel, Arkwright, Hug. For Edon, Slagle, Hewlin, Martin, Short, Kidston for North Central. Bombers have clawed their way back to within 9 now with 3:26 left in the game. Smith cutting through. Arkwright wide open, and he gathered and traveled. Gathered himself and shuffled his feet. Boy, you look at a couple of 1-and-1s missed, and now a couple of turnovers, and boy, this thing could be different, Heis. Steal by Smith. Has it on the left side, down low for Rummel. Rummel, jump pass, threw it away over here toward Heis.
Rummel might have been better served to shoot that.
And that's what...
Tried to get it to a teammate.
Yep, that's what Chad Bassett was saying. It's exactly what he just said. Andy Short now with pressure coming. And a foul called on Smith in the backcourt. Kidston will go to the other end and shoot now with 3:15 remaining.
Very close to a walk.
You think he didn't... Do you think James Ackridge knew what the key to this basketball game would be? He gives me stats, and what does it say in big letters? Key to the game, what does it say? Free throws. He knew it was going to come down to it.
But you know what? Their percentage is not that good. They're getting there an awful lot. Percentage is not that good.
And the first one is up and good this time for Kidston. He gets the roll.
And he has 12. He's played well tonight.
His first game back in a little over a couple of weeks. Second Kidston free throw toss is up and good as well. So it's 57-46. Big trip here for Edon as we come up on 3 to play. They're down 11. Smith all the way out above the volleyball line. Spin move to the top of the key. Still has his dribble. Down low through the hands of Vogel and out of bounds, and Edon comes up empty. Bryan Municipal Utilities post-game report coming up at the conclusion here. Inbounds to Kidston. Dangerous pass. Got it cross court though. And up the floor, Martin to Slagle. Back to Martin. Foul given by Rummel. And with 2:56 remaining, Jason Martin will now go to the foul line.
4 on Rummel. They have to stop the clock, so it's a good foul. They just have to hope that Martin doesn't connect. He's hit his last 3 though.
Tomorrow night it is Antwerp at Edon.
He's 5. Oh, excuse me, Andy. Martin 5 of 8 from the foul line.
Much better than what he did last week. And remember that on the Hilltop game, he hit his first 4, and then now he hits or misses this one. And after he hit his first 4 against Hilltop, really struggled. I believe missed his next 6 then in that one. Martin will have one more here. Let's fly. Didn't get the roll on that one. Arkwright the rebound. Up the floor come the Bombers now. Smith, cross court for Hug. Hug attacks on the left side, still behind the arc, now into the corner to Rummel. His entry pass is taken away. Andy Short and taken back by Rummel. Battle for the loose ball, fouled by Rummel. Austin Rummel diving for the loose ball is just fouled out of the basketball game.
He fouls out. He did not score. Played hard all night, did not score.
And it will be Cody Best coming back onto the floor for Edon. So at the other end, Phil Slagle will go to the free throw line and hit that one. 12-point North Central lead as they are on the verge of improving to 7-1 in the BBC, and this would clinch at least a share of the title as he rattles in the second one. It's now a 13-point North Central advantage, 2.5 to play. High post taken away. Hewlin to step in front, steal from Arkwright, bounce or chest pass ahead for Martin and could not haul it in. Edon comes up with a turnover now. Mark Smith, right side. Smith through traffic. Foul called on the floor, and that's Hewlin, and that'll be his 5th.
2:21 to play. Greg Hewlin is fouled out.
I guess the good thing for North Central is they do have a 13-point advantage right now.
Greg Hewlin finishes with 15 points.
Played a solid basketball game tonight. Shot the ball with confidence. You know, he's integral when you look at this offense. If off those screens, Short isn't open. Greg Hewlin, in the scheme of things for North Central, has to be able to hit those 15-footers, 12 to 15-footers.
He hit some big ones, especially in that third quarter. He had 10 points in that third quarter, and it's kind of carried his team there on a stretch where they were taking it to him just inside the foul line.
Miller will come in for him. And Mark Smith, who missed his last 2 free throw attempts, will now step up to the free throw line. Remember, double bonus the rest of the way for both teams. The free throw is up, and it is good by Mark Smith this time. Edon, as we mentioned, has a big one tomorrow night here on BNO Sports. North Central also has to play tomorrow night at Delta, so a road trip for the Eagles. Missed the second one, did Smith. So it's still a 12-point lead, 59-47 with 2:12 to play in the basketball game. And now North Central goes to their spread with a 12-point advantage. Short attacks, left side pass tipped out of bounds by Vogel.
Good hands by Vogel.
North Central still 3 games after this weekend. They will play Pettisville on the 15th, and then kind of a rare Thursday-Friday doubleheader. Inbounds to Miller, over to the left side. They play Archibald and Stryker back-to-back. Out on top to Andy Short. Short being pressured. Double team, gives off right side to Jason Martin. Martin in trouble now, and a push and a foul called with 1:55 left in the basketball game. And that will be on Cody Best. His second. Jason Martin to the line. For Edon, it's Antwerp at home tomorrow night. Hilltop at home next Friday night, and then at Pettisville to close out the season. They were hoping to leave this weekend in a BBC tie for the lead as Martin misses the free throw, but barring a collapse here in the last minute 55, that is not going to happen. Second free throw is on the way, and good by Jason Martin. 60-47, North Central in command right now with 1:50 to play. Right side, Cody Best on the right point. Top of the key, Jeff Hugg from about 25, in and out, no good. Rebound tapped out of bounds. It'll stay with Edon. Perhaps a break for the Bombers.
North Central fans like that call, do you?
Perhaps a break for the Bombers there.
Well, there were 2 Bombers there and 1 white shirt. To be honest with you, couldn't see who hit it.
Well, the odds are Edon hit it. But it'll be Edon basketball. 3-ball left corner, Mark Smith, no good. Rebound goes to North Central, and Martin, a foul called on Smith.
That's 5 on Mark Smith, so he'll finish with 5 fouls and 5 points.
As they start to head for the exits here tonight in Pioneer, it is a 60-47 North Central lead. Well, just as you take a step or 2 ahead, I guess you slide back a couple of spots as well if you're Edon.
That's just too bad because they were on a roll. They were playing real well and had a little setback. We'll see if they can rebound and play well tomorrow night. We'll be there. This is such a capable basketball team.
And probably now, if you're Edon, you've probably played yourself out of the 1 seed. Still a chance, I would think, at that 2 seed tomorrow night.
Well, victory over Antwerp tomorrow night would be impressive.
Martin missed the first free throw. He has 1 more.
I think everyone has grown to respect Antwerp this year.
Second free throw attempt is up. And no good. Arkwright taking that one literally off the iron.
Almost a goaltend. Kid can get up.
Those are heiss-ups, aren't they?
No, I never had that with the trampoline.
Right side, the elbow jumper, no good by Cody Best, but a foul called on Michael Kidston, and he knew.
He knew he shouldn't have done that.
Exactly.
He may come out on that one.
Leaves 1:28 left in the basketball game now. North Central is going to improve to 9-7 on the year and 7-1 in the BBC. As we mentioned, they have at least a share of the championship with this win tonight. Edon will drop to 9-8 and 5-3 in the conference. As Cody Best missed that free throw.
Cody Best has not scored tonight.
Not inconceivable for Edon to share the title. They need 2 losses and 2 wins. 2 wins by themselves, 2 losses by North Central. It's not out of the question, but odds certainly not with them. Up the left side, Pettit gets it across the timeline. It's a 12-point North Central lead with 1:20 left in the game. Over to the right side. Down low, and a foul called on Vogel.
Correct call. It was on the floor. Vogel will finish the night with 4 points as he fouls out.
Boy, severely under his average of 15 a game. Ice, I think we have to go back to the holiday tournament. The last time we saw an Edon win in a game we've done.
I'd have to look. I don't know. Could very well be.
We got a lot of places we may be on the ban list.
Jeez.
He throw up and in and out, no good by Martin.
Stryker doesn't want me around anyhow. They won a game when I was gone.
Yeah, the Diesel and I.
You and the Diesel announced.
Zach and I almost ready to put me back on because he had success with you in the tournament a year ago. Second free throw up, and it is good. 61-48 North Central.
I got the Edon baseball team to state, and then you showed up and they lost. So
yeah, that's true. That is true.
Yeah, like we have anything to do
Bob
with it.
Morton still hasn't forgiven me for that one. Deep three is
Nice
good
shot
by Cody Best from about 23.
Nice, solid, fundamental shot, and he bottomed it.
That'll cut it to 10 with the 1:03, 1:02 up the left side. Andy Short with a basketball and gets it into the hands now of Kidston. Kidston near midcourt, and a foul given by Cody Best with 55 seconds to play.
Going to get Alamong for his third. Kidston to the line.
And as you alluded, Heiss, earlier, Michael Kidston has done a solid job in coming back from his injury. Played very well tonight for James Akridge.
He has 15.
Free throw is up and no good. Well, they're going to get the win, but still, free throws are something that have to be ironed out. You can't miss this many free throws and expect to move on very far down the tournament trail, can you?
No, you just can't. You're not going to get into the districts that way.
Because you have to expect every game you play in the postseason is going to go to the wire, and you have to expect that free throws are going to be a huge role.
Unless you're a far superior basketball team.
Kidston missed both of them. Arkwright up across midcourt, looking for help now. Somebody to pull the trigger on a three. Best now from 24 on the right side wing, no good. Rebound on the air ball, grabbed by North Central. Kidston on the outlet now to Pettit, and he will hold it up. Might be the time perhaps to call. No, I thought maybe the dogs would be called off. Foul on Hug with 37 seconds left in the game.
Fouls on Hug, his fourth.
Stay tuned. We'll have the Bryan Municipal Utilities post-game wrap. We'll let you know on finals from around Northwest Ohio tonight here on WBNO Sports. In fact, Amy Davis hopefully gathering scores, and at our next break, we'll go to a commercial break, and then following some commercials before we come back here, we'll try to get you updated on either games in progress as the free throw by Andy Short is good, and hopefully some finals by now around the area. Other teams playing with league and conference ramifications. Mentioned Antwerp. They're in the thick of a... It's not the Wayne Trace Invitational this year. Ayersville, Wayne Trace, and Antwerp all sitting at 4-1, and Hicksville's at 3-2 coming into tonight. So 4 teams within a game in the GMC race as Short hits them both. 12-point advantage now. Final half minute. Hug for 3. Left side off glass, no good. Rebound to North Central. Outlet now to Andy Short, who brings it across midcourt now.
No, I wouldn't foul anymore. It's over.
Andy Short left side, and a foul there. That one was just going for the basketball.
Yeah, that wasn't. Yeah, that's the third one on Ryan Whitney. Just hustling, trying to make a play.
Crashed into Phil Slagle. And with 20 seconds remaining, free throws coming for Slagle now. Slagle's first one is up and in and out and back in again. 64-51. Lillard and Pettit in. Who do we go with tonight? You have your vote set yet?
And we need to talk.
Okay. Pepsi MVP is coming. That's the only drama left, right? Slagle's second one is no good. Could be the final Edon possession here. Jared Alamong up the left side, and he threw that one away.
30th turnover for the Bombers by my unofficial stats.
Kind of the bookmark of the night, if you will, for Edon right there. That's going to do it. Final score here this evening is going to be North Central 64 Eden 51, and the North Central Eagles have at least a share of the BBC Championship following this win tonight. Stay tuned, the post-game show is next. To Pioneer, Ohio, as the final score tonight goes to North Central, 64-51. Scores by quarter, North Central led after 1, 13-11, 28-21 at the half, 47-36 after 3, and the final margin of victory, 64-51. With the win, North Central 9-7 overall, but the important record 7-1 in the Buckeye Border Conference. That means they have at least a piece of the BBC Championship. One more win or another Eden loss means that North Central will have it all to themselves here this evening. Eden falls to 9-8 overall, 5-3 in the BBC. Congratulations in his first game back. We're going to go with Michael Kidston as our most valuable player here this evening. James Zachrich joins us, and first of all, James, you're better suited where you're at right now instead of a TV camera in your face, because you're in radio. You're much more handsome to our listening audience right now.
Obviously.
Zach, congratulations on the win here tonight. With what you went through last weekend, a very frustrating weekend overall. You still haven't gotten the free throws completely corrected, but a big key here tonight, how you were able to get to the free throw line in a physical basketball game.
And all season long, we've been very aggressive with the basketball, attacking zones, attacking man-to-man defenses, and we've been able to get to the free throw line 25, 30, 35, and 45 times. But we're still struggling a little bit. I'm not sure what we were tonight, but it probably couldn't have been too much over 50%. So we still have a lot of work if we want to make a tournament run. We've talked about that. And so we'll just go right back to work Monday.
Solid game tonight in your full court pressure, kind of a carbon copy of your trip over to Eden, forcing them, and we had them, unofficially for 31 turnovers, 30 turnovers with a basketball tonight, credited to your full court pressure.
Our full court press was unbelievable tonight. Our kids played so hard and covered up a lot of gaps and covered up a lot of driving and passing lanes, and we rotated real well from the backside, so I was extremely pleased with the pressure that we were able to put on their guards.
Rick?
Yeah, two things, Coach, but you might answer them really with one answer. I thought, especially in the first half, you did a nice job of not sending Eden to the foul line. And when they took the ball inside the post with double downs and triple downs, and that's the second part of my question or comment, I thought your inside defense forced Eden to the perimeter a lot. I thought you did a nice job there.
I thought we did play pretty good post defense. We did a pretty good job of digging down, but then again, the last 4 minutes of the basketball game, I was getting kind of frustrated because we kept on fouling and fouling and fouling. But fortunately for us, that we had such a big lead at the time that it didn't affect us too much.
All right, Zach, good win tonight. You knew not only, you get a win tonight, you have at least a BBC share now. You know that. You need one more win or an Eden loss to wrap the whole thing up. But tonight and then tomorrow night for that Sunday draw, big weekend for you still tomorrow night when you go to Delta.
Well, certainly. We need to get a win tomorrow night. And I think I told my boys that if we get a win tomorrow night, we should probably get a seed somewhere. So we approached it like that, and so we just want to make sure that we don't have a mental slip up tomorrow. So I think my boys will be ready because they know what's riding on the line.
Good solid win tonight. Congratulations.
Thanks
have at least a piece of the title. I know you want it all to yourself. Your next league game will be versus Pettisville right here next Friday night.
Yep. Thanks a lot, Andy. Thanks, Heis.
Good job, Zach. And stat that you might want to look at is you out-rebounded Eden. I have you out-rebounded 31-29, so nice job with shorter kids.
Great. Thanks a lot.
Good job.
Good finish there. Tremendous. That's great.
Nice talking to you.
James Zachrich, head coach of the North Central Eagles, obviously fired up tonight. Big win for them, Heis. And
huge.
Really puts them in the thick now. It's interesting to see how Sunday plays out. If they win tomorrow night, a legitimate claim to, if not the one, at the very least the 2 seed over in Bryan.
Yeah, I think so. Very definitely. If they win tomorrow night, they go in at 10-7. And they have to be considered. People talk about the quality of the schedule, that maybe there's some other teams that play a little tougher schedule. But if they win 10 varsity games, they've won 10 varsity games and should be considered.
Same old story for Eden. How will they respond, though, now tomorrow night against Antwerp? And that one also going to be a big basketball game for Eden, because if they can win and get to 10-8, maybe a 2 seed for them over in Bryan. I mean, people are wondering why we're talking so much about it. With the closeness and the parity of this sectional this year, a seed could be extremely critical. Eden has to find a way to bounce back tomorrow night.
Yeah, no question. And again, I said I was going to shut up about the Jekyll and Hyde thing. If Dr. Jekyll showed up tonight, Dr. Jekyll didn't show up. Mr. Hyde showed up. Edon needs Dr. Jekyll to show up tomorrow night. They need to play well. They are very, very capable, and they need to play well tomorrow night. Very frustrating for the Bombers, this up and down thing. They need to get more consistent and play the type of basketball they're capable of playing.
We'll be over there tomorrow night for that Antwerp and Edon matchup. Pregame show at about 7:35 tomorrow night from Edon. Remember, that is a 6:30 JV time. Apparently a little confusion, but it is a 6:30 JV time. This is the postgame show brought to you by Bryan Municipal Utilities, your hometown provider for safe, reliable water, electric, and communication services. Bryan Municipal Utilities, reliable, local, yours. Thanks to Amy Davis back on the board. We'll have scores from around the area. Bryan going for an NWOAL championship tonight as a co-champion at the very least. Maybe have it all to themselves if PH lost to Liberty Center. Also, of course, more on that GMC race with Antwerp, Ayersville, and Wayne Trace. Did I forget the numbers, Heis?
Yeah, I don't.
Let's go through the final numbers real quickly if you want.
Well, you know, I worked so hard keeping them.
All right, well, let's do them. I thought I had gone through them while we were waiting on Zach.
Blue Bombers have moved to 9-8. Jeff Hugg finishes with 8. Alamong 2. Vogel 4. Cody Best 4. Travis Arkwright had him a nice ball game. 25 points, probably had a dozen rebounds or so. I think Zach just took a shower. I think the kids just got him wet. Mark Smith with 5, Brent Best with 3 for a total of 51. For the North Central Eagles, who moved to 9-7, Andy Short with 12, Jason Martin 9, Phil Slagle 6, Greg Ewan 15, Seth Miller 4, Kyle Pettit 3, Michael Kidston a great job off the bench tonight. For the Eagles, he finishes with 15 for a total of 64. Edon 8 of 17 from the foul line. North Central 25 of 47 from the foul line. North Central had that turned around. Edon did out-rebound them 31-29. They committed 30 turnovers to North Central's 21. The stat that counts the one on the scoreboard, and the scoreboard reads here tonight, North Central 64, Edon 51.
Tomorrow night, Antwerp at Edon here on WBNO Sports. Hope you'll be with us for that one. Scores from around Northwest Ohio coming up next.